Yeah, I found the love that I need. Oh, that I need. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, oh yeah. Y'all know about that Johnny Taylor? Woo. The way the woman walks, she set my little soul on fire. Good morning, y'all. I'm like the Dallas rapper Yella Beezy. I'm back at it again. I know it's been a minute since I've done one of these lives. After I've completed my, I don't know how many miles. I know it's a long ass way because I am winded and sweaty every time I run it. And shout out to my cousin Antonio, for hanging out with me the last few days. This past weekend, we ran that same little trail. Whew, he'll tell you this, it's no joke. I'm gonna get to my topic in a minute. Mary Max, thank you for this, as always. Shout out to my little Kozo Aries who hung out with me Saturday afternoon. Came by and kicked it, chopped it up. Me, him, and his brother, Tino Lucia. And his little daughter. Our little Aria. What's up, little boo? Give y'all a chance to get in here. I'm drinking more water than usual. Damn. See what has happened. I allowed the sun to catch me. I usually come out with a sun doesn't catch me, but I allowed the sun to catch me, so this is what happens. I get a little winded. But anyway, good morning. Hold on a second, y'all. All right. Whew. My little stroll, my little cool down walk. I'm not gonna talk that long. I just wanna share some thoughts. And I'm behind on a few videos. I'll catch up. I'm gonna talk about Lil Nas X's little ass. Just terrible. But today I have one topic that I don't want this issue to be conflated with anything else. Mixed matched or mixed with or anything. Because I just find it amazing how America's attention can be diverted so easily. It's like people in my community or my race not even pay attention. But maybe they pay attention, they just don't want attention from noticing the BS. There's a lot of people who are like that. They see it, but they just don't say anything. Well, I wasn't built like that. If I see bullshit, I'm gonna call it out. And I've always done that since I was a little kid. I can't help it. You know, I guess when God gives you an assignment, you have to carry it out. I guess y'all's assignment was to look and shut up or be quiet. So here he goes. Here it goes. All right. Last summer, and I guess beginning of this year, you know, at the Texas border, you had thousands and thousands of Mexicans and Hondurans and Venezuelans, all kind of Hispanics and Latinos crowding the Mexican border under this Biden administration, right? Even under other administrations, Trump, Obama, Clinton. Even though they talk tough on TV, especially Biden, talked tough on TV about immigration. Well, he really didn't. He said a few things. But But somehow, thousands upon thousands, even a million or more Hispanics and Latinos were able to come across that border. A lot of them, according to reports, never tested for COVID, allegedly, reportedly, according to reports, right? And so, yeah, they pretended it was such a big problem. But we know about the Democratic strategy. The Democratic strategy is to replace the black Democrats because they noticed that more and more black people, particularly black men, have left that party and continue to leave because their liberal views don't really mesh with those of us. As men, we are naturally conservative, not on a political sense, but in behavior and morals. The Democratic Party doesn't have any morals. They don't have any type of standards. They just, I guess that satanic saying that says they want to do as thy wilt. That's why you have all this confusion going on in the country since that election of Dementia Joe, Jim Crow Joe. And so they let it be known that we're here to take care of and make sure we increase the immigrant population, you know, basically for Democratic votes because they're replacing black folks and black people don't even recognize it. Now, black men understand, but black women don't. They think that party is for them, which it is, single mothers and all that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, a few months back, 5,000 to 8,000 of them, of Hispanics, Mexicans and others, Latinos, were at the border. The city of Dallas and those little border towns, particularly Dallas, because I watched on the news, they absorbed 5,000 to 8,000 Hispanics into the Metroplex. You haven't heard a word, and we know what that means. Whenever America volunteers to bring people over, black people get pushed further and further back to the back of the line, the back of the bus, the back of everything. And so, they don't have a problem with that. And I don't have a problem with Hispanics, per se. But politically, I have a problem with how black people behave. We act so immature and so naive. Black people en masse was sucking and thinking that Trump was the devil. When you actually let the fox into the Negro Indians. You were aware of the wolf, but you let the fox that was smiling through his claws, his teeth, into the hen house and have been slaughtering chickens ever since. Y'all remember that analogy? You understand that? And so, Biden didn't have a problem with letting thousands, a million immigrants, not just Hispanics, others. And so most recently, they are flying Afghanis, people from Afghanistan, over to America. Y'all know what that means. What they believe is another voting population for Democrats. Right? They're replacing the Negro. It's been said for decades, but black people don't pay attention. I don't know because of your religion, or because we are inherently stupid, or because integration and social integration has made us kind of slow. But we'll argue each other down about that damn Democratic Party, particularly the women and the you know, the gay black dudes and a lot of the black Greek letter men and women. They argue back and forth about this shit. They're so intelligent when it comes to the Democratic Party, when it comes to how bad the Republicans are and how bad Trump was, but their mouths have been completely closed on this Biden, all the racist stuff he's been saying and all of this, and their mouths have been completely closed when it comes to all of a sudden everybody can come over. And let's go back to I think the late 80s, early 90s, when his 5-year-old by the name of he was a Cuban by the name of Elian Gonzalez, right? A little 5-year-old boy lost his parents on the way from Cuba trying to get to Florida. He ended up floating by himself. And America damn near went into civil war with Cuba to keep that little boy. Are y'all following me? Go back and read the history. And Cuba said, give us our child back. In America, all of the politicians in the Senate and the Congress, they had national platforms, save Elian Gonzalez, right? Within that same year, Haitian refugees tried to come over. They sent the National Guard. They even deputized some white guys and and military black dudes to make sure they turn their boats around. I think y'all about to catch on in a minute. Okay, let's bring it back to 2021. Oh, yeah, so, and last year, I think during the Trump administration, there was a lot of Kenyans who were threatening, whose visas was being threatened. They had a certain amount of time. I don't know what happened to them. Let's see, Haitians, African, black, Kenyans, black. Okay, so 2021, like last month, there was a terrible, horrific earthquake in Haiti. And y'all watched the videos and all that. I mean, people buried there. I think it was like a 7 on the Richter scale or something. Shook the poor little island that was already poor. And so, as of last weekend or so, you had 12 to 15,000 Haitian refugees made it to Del Rio, Texas border. Okay, I said, okay. You let everybody else in Texas, you let everybody else in America. Guess what Joe Biden has done? He has sent airplanes, jumbo airplanes, reportedly, allegedly, go look up the story, to make sure those Haitians are flown back to Haiti and to the rubble. Y'all hear what I just said? Are y'all paying attention, black America? See, y'all around here, and it's even to some of the so-called conservative Negroes, you know, who's so conservative that none of their children look like them. Candace Owens, Larry Elders, all these folks. All these biracial, non-black children. So, see, until we realize, you know, it's all about the complexion. Paul Mooney said it, man, perfectly in many of his stand-up routines. A lot of stuff happens to blacks in this country, and even around the world, because we don't have the complexion for the protection. Biden, with all his dementia and all his foolishness, he can still see that those are Negroes at the border. Now the Afghanis, they're not, they're light enough, they got the complexion for the protection. All the Hispanics, complexion for the protection. They let them in. He has some dark ones and brown ones, but they don't look like African. They don't look like me. They don't look like Don Cheadle. They don't look like Whoopi Goldberg. If you look like the original man, the original woman of God, that devil is not going to let you come in here to reproduce and create a larger, stronger blood. And we're so stupid. And I'm going to say stupid. Should I start with ignorant first? But no, we've been ignorant too long. We're just plain stupid. We haven't set up any systems. I said this in another video. We have not set up any systems as a community in this country to receive African refugees. Haitians, Jamaicans, who want to come over. We have not, because those people, when you see them, they have that original African blood in them. It's like we hate it, because in this country, y'all, they're getting to the point they're trying to mulatto us out. See, everyone else understands genetics and the survival of genetics, except for the African America. We don't think this stuff is real, and our scholars have been talking about this for decades. They died poor trying to educate blacks in this country about what actually is going on when it comes to racism and when it comes to why Europeans and others just always attacking black folks, particularly black men. Over in Israel, in order for those Ethiopians and those other Africans from other countries in Africa to come in Israel, they were forcing sterilization on the women. Why would you force sterilization on the women? Because you don't want them to reproduce no more black babies, actual black babies among themselves. Israel now. Okay. And America is doing the same thing. They don't have a problem with that ethnic cleansing. Well, we used to hear about ethnic cleansing over in Sarajevo and all of far eastern European countries, far Europe. But it happens here too. Just pay attention. And so my thing is, where are these black politicians, these black talking heads on MSNBC, CNN? See, I can say what the white ones say, but I don't ever wonder why or trip about white people being white. I don't. Because they have a job to do, that is maintain their status as white folks. Do you understand that? But we don't understand genetic. There's a war on genetics. Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben Yakahanan, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, and the list goes on. Dr. Naeem Akbar, the scholars taught us for decades about the war of genetics. We're so busy letting them tell us what to fight about and what to be mad about that we don't understand the purpose and the importance of genetic unity. Elijah Muhammad said about 80 years ago, the Negro in America has tried everything to try to get in that White House, get in the house with the white man. We've kneeled in, we've crawled in, we've tried to pray our way in, we've slept our way in. It's one strategy we have yet to try that is more powerful than an atomic bomb. That is black unity, our unity. And you got Negroes with PhDs, master's degrees, they work all in politics, and none of them ever suggest this. And none of them have had anything to say about what's going on at the border. Now, when it was Hispanics all at the border, oh my God, they got separated children from families. Oh my God, they have them in cages. You had all your Negro-esque female politicians all around talking about, yo, that's terrible. And it was very interesting to hear a black woman who's a politician, a congresswoman, or a state representative, of course, Democrat, talk about families being separated as if she don't understand her own African-American history in this country. Hell, the first separated families were in this country, and black folks was here. When they took babies out of African women's arms and sold them off and separated families, that was separating families did, you stupid broad. But see, we've drunk that Kool-Aid. You've accepted that teaching as a strategy to survive in America. Well, you do stuff like that. But y'all want to talk about Larry Elders and Candace Owens all goddamn day. They bootlicks. They coons. Y'all got the same coons and all these black women, black politicians, men and women, who sit around, they'll mention LGBT causes before they mention anything that'll be progressive to black men and black boys and a black family unit. That Negro that y'all celebrated in Georgia, what's that Reverend Negro name? The first goddamn thing he said was, we want to make sure, no, he said something about Israel. And number two, what's his name, Warlock or Woodley, whatever the hell that dumbass's name is. First thing out of his mouth was what he was going to do for the LGBTQP. P is in pedosexual pedophiles. Y'all not even paying attention to how your own politician is selling your asses out. Democratic politicians. But yet Candace Owens, Larry Elders, Juan Williams, all the blackers, they the coons and the sellouts. Y'all are retarded. Y'all know when I say y'all, I'm just speaking to those who are guilty. So at the Haitian border, where are these black voices that y'all, Joy Reid, Aunt Mammy, you want to talk about Nicki Minaj? I'm not even a fan of Nicki Minaj. But I am a huge fan of freedom of speech and people having the right to say what they want to say. Joy Reid, aren't you Haitian, bitch? What you got to say about that? I see they gave you a raise. You're trying to put on lighter makeup and blonde your hair. Talking about Farina from the Our Gang shit from the 1930s. What that, Stymie and Buckwheat's little sister? Yeah, I said it. Sick of these sellout ass bitches. Like y'all so empowered, but everything come out y'all mouth is anti-black and anti-black family. I don't give a damn about the black feminists at all. She might as well be a white man with a Klansman hat on. She's a terrible bitch, the black feminist. And I said I won't even go cuss. Again, Biden sexuals out there. Y'all around here got convinced that Trump was the most terrible person on the planet, but this fox in the hen house have been slaughtering Negro chickens since he been in there. The first day he got in there and slaughtered Negro chickens. I don't give a damn about no reparations. I don't care about what they're talking about. I'm here about LGBT rights and immigrant rights. Well, aren't the Haitians immigrants, Joe Biden? Or potential immigrants to come up to the country? 12,000 up to 15,000. If you sent airplanes I didn't think they had the ability to do that, or we even think that. How come they weren't grabbing helicopters and airplanes and sending the Mexicans back to Mexico? Okay. And also I want to add to this. I was listening to this, you know, these faceless YouTubers that talk so much shit. You know, it might be the truth, but be a man and woman behind your word when you're talking about heavy politics and everybody's coups and bootlicks. No, y'all know that voice, just extra. But that's his shtick. And he want to go over, and I've heard a couple other folks talk about the Haitian history, how they fought off France to get their independence, but for decades had to pay France back for enslaving them, and they beat their ass in the war. And they're like, well, what happened to them? They're a Caribbean island of people, and then when they fought the French, goddammit, they didn't have the technology; they had the numbers. And I'm not making any excuses, but it's almost disingenuous to say, well, they fought off the French. They got the independence. What happened to them? Well, you got 5 goddamn European countries with militaries and missiles, with strong militaries, all kinds of money, and they've drained you of your resources. Yeah, you probably got millimeter guns and all of that. How the hell are you gonna fight that? Because... And this mother talking about, they're the cowards. They're fleeing. They're leaving. Well, faceless revolutionaries. What do you call the Mexicans when they come over here? What you call the Afghan that the Americans flying them out of their country when the Taliban took over? Aren't they cowards too? You know, these faceless revolutionaries, not all but too many. No, they be talking so much shit. Like nobody can find you if they want to find you. Be a man, be a woman, show your face, talk shit like I do, see? You know, these people be killing me. But I ain't knocking the hustle, I'm just saying, you know, cut the bullshit out. No, I'm thinking genetically. Genetically. We should be on top of getting as many African immigrants as possible over here. And I don't want to hear all that bullshit. You know, Africans don't like black people. Yeah, but there's a lot who do. And if you feed and clothe and bring them over like everyone else does, guess what? They'll be loyal to you just like they're loyal or expect to be loyal to this country. When they bring them over, they feed them, they house them, they give them loans. I know they won't do that to the Haitians. So that's where we come in as so-called freed Americans. That's what we're supposed to, but we're not taught. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't teach each other to love each other's color. Or understand what Dr. Francis Cress Welsing was trying to teach us for about 50, 60 goddamn years. About genetic survival. That is the issue. Politics aside, it's genetic survival. And we need them. We need African immigrants. We need Haitians. We need the African Caribbeans. We need them, not the Afro, but they're mulattoes. We need the African immigrants, the ones who look just like they just came over from Zimbabwe, from Mozambique, from Cameroon, Gabon. We need them. We need our blood to be regenerated back to its original form. Y'all understand that? We need to reunite with them. And it's cultural. Yeah, we like Caribbean food, we like the music. But I don't know too many people that go to Haiti on vacation and shit. Because they've just a war-torn little Caribbean island. Yeah. But anyway, I guess they don't know, not just America, but I think in Black America, maybe in our minds, you know, that people talk about that Willie Lynch letter not being real, but I'll debate you any goddamn day about that. She's always smart blacks. Well, it has been properly vetted, and it doesn't seem like it's a very authentic document. Okay. Y'all Negroes kill me. Just kill me. Just say you scared, man. Madam. And these Negro politicians, y'all need to be emailing them. Joy Reid. That bald-head black chick, Ayana, whatever her name is. Who is all these so-called super powerful black chicks that's been given all these microphones to talk about shit? Where they at? And that Woodlock Warwick dude in Georgia. Where they at? Where y'all liberal Democratic white allies at? Why aren't they speaking up on behalf of the Haitians? But maybe it's too soon. I mean, I'll check the news and see if anybody's standing up for them and trying to fight to get them over. But I guarantee you, if their skin was peanut butter and lighter, they has to be coming across that border, no problem. I even saw a video where the Border Patrol were helping them across the goddamn Rio Grande. I mean, took their hands and getting them out of the water. We so stupid. We're so stupid in this country. The Nation of Islam had the right idea. A nation within a nation, because every group has a nation within this nation, and no one says a word about it. Hispanics have a culture and a nation within this nation. Jews have a nation within this nation. Who else? Asians have a nation within this nation. And Negroes just want, I'm American, nothing else. And the ghetto is not our goddamn nation. Now, if it was properly funded, then black folks with PhDs, master degrees, engineering, plumbers, technicians, electricians, landscapers would unify and start rebuilding real estate folks. We got a lot of black people, attorneys. Black people are smart here, but they will not direct any of their energy to creating a black nation. You like the movie Black Panther, but again, I know our people, how we've been trained here. It's a movie. But Wakanda in real life, So, but anyway, the only crime at their border. They're not cowards, so all you tough-ass, faceless revolutionaries. And don't bring up the goddamn French and Haitian Revolution when they won. What's that got to do with anything? Y'all know how people get. They get vengeful and shut shit down. Just like, and people say Black Wall Street. Rebuild. Now, the Black Wall Street thing can be rebuilt. But I guess people are so traumatized, they're scared to rebuild in these black ghettos. That's a whole nother video there. But let them over. Absorb them into, bring them into all the neighborhoods like y'all do that, like you've been doing in Afghanistan, folks, and Hispanics. Bring them and absorb them into the community. Give them stipends, give them somewhere to live, food, clothes, just like you do everybody else. But see, we have to stand up and demand that. But see, we have such a terrible disconnect from Africa and everything that looks African. Now, we think it's fun doing Kwanzaa, some of us. We think it's fun to do the dances on YouTube and TikTok, but we don't want to be a part of the people. So how many black people in the South or even in the North go to African clubs and see how they do and how they dress and how they dance? I've been to a couple here in Dallas-Fort Worth. Pretty fun. Reggae clubs, you know. A lot of us go to those. But when are we going to commune with our African and Caribbean brothers and sisters? I mean, commune as in start dating and marrying and reproducing children with our original African bloodline. When are we going to start doing that? I know a lot of you, don't like that complexion. But I know how the original man and the original woman look. They look like me, Don Cheadle. Well, I'm considered light-skinned compared. Now, y'all know that woman with the name Mew? That beautiful dark-skinned distance runner? Part of the original of who we are. We've been so mulattoed up and so much cream thrown in our black coffee. Yeah, we think we call people like Mariah Carey and Halle Berry black. That's how fucked up we are. And we fight for that. But anyway, I just want to get my thoughts on that. I think it's terrible. In the state of Texas and America, let the Haitians over and give them the same regard the way you do everybody else. Prove to me that this is not a racist country. Larry Elders, what's up, bro? America's not racist. Larry Elders, come on, bro. Well, yeah, Candace, come on, baby. Prove that America's not a racist country. And no, systematically, come on. Get out there and speak on behalf of your brothers and sisters with your platform over there at Fox and whatever the little conservative base that pays y'all. And on your radio talk show, Larry Elder, what's up, bro? I was pushing for you to be governor just for something different, because California's trash right now. They needed you as governor, though. But anyway, let me end right there. Y'all be cool. Rico the Opinionist. My short story, my book is always on sale. Check out the description box in this YouTube video, as well as on his Facebook page. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I'll talk to you later with another opinion. Peace.